Station 448 here, and welcome back to the channel. And today I wanted to go show you guys a new build. But before we get to that, one thing, this build isn't the semple tank, as you've probably read by the title, because I left that at my mum's house. So what I will be showing you is this thing, the IS-2. Now, quick history. The IS-2 was a series of tanks that was a direct successor to the KV series, basically heavy tanks that the Soviet Union built. The IS refers to the abbreviated name of Joseph Stalin, or Yosef Stalin, depending how, or the way you want to pronounce it. It was mainly used to, or designed to combat the German big cats like the Tiger 1 and 2, the Panther, the Jagdtiger, all those types of tanks. It was a reasonably good tank. Around a couple of thousand were built, about 3,000 were built. And production lasted from 1944 to 1945. It has torsion bar suspension, but I'll show you all the little ins and outy things. It primarily saw, the IS-2 saw fighting in Berlin and in Germany. Right at the tail end of World War II, but the IS series of tanks, they got up to IS-7, which was later renamed, which then the T-10 was built, which was kind of a direct successor from the IS's. But the IS-2 is what I'll be showing you guys today, and yeah, let's get on to it. This is the model that I've built. It's pretty cool. Let's start with the front and work onto the back. So the real tank would be 46 tons, operational range of 37 kilometers. It has torsion bar suspension, but my model has bogie suspension since I can't do torsion bars on the scale, but it works pretty well. As you can see, it kind of, so this is the suspension here, so it's on these little arms that move up and down. But the front, it has a 100 millimeters of armor angled at 60 degrees. Spare track links on the front. The main gun is a 120 millimeter gun with the tank holding around 28 rounds. It's got secondary armament of a DSHK machine gun on the back and 3 DT machine guns spread throughout the tank, mostly on top. So there's one can be placed here and just around the place. There's a hatch here for the loader or gunner, which I just made for looks, but this hatch here can open up. Just grab that, twist that open, grab that, twist that open. So the commander can sit in there if he wanted to. I do have one secondary machine gun that I probably showed you, but I just forgot which is there. It has headlights, driving port, fenders, the wheels, and on this side it has the shovel and pickaxe. I completely forgot about that name. And on the other side, it has the 2 fuel tanks. Now, contrary to popular belief, having external fuel tanks isn't a bad idea, because people say, oh, they'll get punctured, they'll explode, or catch fire to the tank or something. If they get punctured, 99% of the time, or 50% of the time, they're either filled up right to the top, and if they're not filled up, all the fuel is then directed into the fuel tanks. So there's got to be either no fuel in there, or it's got to be completely full of fuel. So anyway, there's no oxygen to catch anything on fire. But if it does get punctured and it is full, the fuel will fall out onto the ground, or at least the tracks. And if it was to burn, it would burn down there. Now, you can take the fuel tanks off if you wanted to, and if you also wanted to, you could take these off and put more external fuel tanks on there, since it's the same on both sides. But let's just put those back. Now here is the engine where the 12-cylinder diesel engine would go. And then we've also got a hatch for the driver and any additional crew members that want to get out through there. Now note that the turret is moved very far forward, like on the Tiger tank. The turret's kind of in the middle with the engine at the back, hatches at the front for the driver and front gunner. Showed that in the video before. Also, I made an adjustment to it, and you can move the turret now. Downside is the turret comes off pretty easily. Anyway, back to this build. And one cool little feature that the thing has is this thing, the travel lock. So what you do, to say it's on a train. Now, the turret, when it goes around corners, will be going like this. So what they'd do is they'd spin the turret around, lift this thing up, and there, the gun is locked. So that means it can go on a train or over, just travel. That's what it's made for. You've also got the radio antenna, and yeah, it's a pretty cool build. It has a crew of 4, a driver, loader, gunner. So the loader puts the shells into the breech, the gunner fires the gun, and the commander tells the gunner where to aim the gun. So he looks out of his sight up here, and the gunner also has a sight here. And yeah, that is this tank. The spare track links you can also take off, and it's a pretty cool build. Now, let's move on to something a little quick. That was my birthday not that long ago, and I got this really cool Technic set. Just put the stand back on it. This thing. So, if you want me to do a review of this, I will do it. And also, you might have just caught a little glimpse of it, but I'm trying this new thing. I got it suggested by someone where I read off a script, because it would make my videos a lot easier and a lot faster with me not stopping every now and again. But yeah, so that's that. And that, it took me quite a while to build it, because I was kind of jumped, because when I first was building it, I was using the tracks of my Tiger tank, but I ordered some more on Bricklink, which are these ones here. So yeah, that's the build. I hope you liked the video, and I will see you next time. Bye!